Hi, my name is Kara, and I will be the commentator for Boeing's Temperament Evaluation. Okay, this here is our brown pup, Boeing. He is a male, and his collar is black. Okay, so right away from the beginning, we're going to start off our test with deciding if he is human focused or pack driven. And in this situation, we have Fergie as our tester dog and Sarah as our stranger tester that he has never met before. He has clearly chosen the human to be more human focused than pack driven. And as you can see, he's also human assertive. Like I scored him medium high as far as his human assertiveness. Fergie is not a fan of our puppies, so she was ready to get out of there. But he didn't really give her too much attention. I did score his dog friendliness as somewhat submissive and neutral because I felt like he did a really good job at just staying back, not necessarily engaging. He read her signs. Um, he wasn't going to force her to be friends with him. So I thought that was pretty good. Okay, so next we're going to be doing the prey drive and the motivation level and the workability. In this test here, you can see he's so cute how he's just doing his little paws thing. That just gives us a good example of his prey drive. I did label him as medium to high prey drive. The other thing that we're doing is throwing around the toys. Will he catch it? Will he chase it? What's his idea as far as playing? We want to kind of see all of that in here as well. So that's something that you will notice as she goes through the next little bit of the test.
Ready? Go get it. Go get it. Oh, good boy. Good boy.
So here's where we are doing the touch tolerance part, and I feel like he did a great job. He is definitely one of the more submissive ones in the litter, so I'm not surprised that he ended up so high in the touch tolerance aspect. Next up is our food driven part. There's a couple reasons why we do this. And the food driven part of the test is to obviously see how we could use that in his workability and his motivation level. Can we get him to actually go over this uneven bone that's there? I don't think I mentioned that in this video, but that bone specifically is to help dogs balance on there and build muscle in their back and in their stomach. And so we use this as kind of like a little stepping stool thing. It's very uneven, it's blown up with air. And so when they get on it, it moves kind of like a waterbed, but with air. And just getting him to be workable using treats. Obviously, I said yes, he is definitely food driven, and his little tail is going like 100 miles an hour. He's very excited about this. Okay, so another reason why we want to do the food driven test is because if for whatever reason they are stressed out or displaying their stress signs differently, they usually don't eat when they are stressed out. And so giving them food during their test is another great way to kind of work that part out and evaluate if he is actually stressed because of the test or if he's acting that way just because that's his personality.
Can you go over this way? How about this one? Come here. Oh, that's such a good boy. One more time. Yes. Yes. Good job.
Okay, so next up is our sound sensitivity test. And as we conducted this test, something that I just wanted to point out is it doesn't actually appear that he has a sound sensitivity. If you were just watching him, he seemed to handle this just fine. He's going to get startled, which again, we don't test whether or not they get scared or startled. That's something we want to see them do, but we want to see what happens afterwards. How well do they recover? And so, as he got scared, something that I notice here is he circles the tester and he's jumping on her. And originally, you would think, oh, he's just being friendly and nice, but I think that he actually was displaying his stress um, because of how he was responding back to her. And as funny as it is, I think that the umbrella kind of knocked his mind into a different thought. He kind of just sits there like, okay, wait, what's going on here? I'm not really sure what's happening. There was a loud noise. Now there's this umbrella. Um, I do think he handled the umbrella better than he handled the sound. So I did score him low for sight sensitivity. But the sound, I did score him medium on sound sensitivity.
Good boy.
Okay, so next up, and the last part of our test, is the tenderhearted test. And in this part of the test, we evaluate how he handles outbursts that could come in different forms. If there's a child or an adult who's on the spectrum, autistic spectrum, or if just any kind of outburst that might happen in the home. We want to know how he is going to handle situations like this. Is it stressful for him? Does he feel that he's to blame? Different things like that. In the situation, I think he just really had no idea what to do. He was so confused and he kind of was like, I'm not interested in this whatsoever. I'm just going to stay right here. Okay, so to sum up Boeing's temperament evaluation, I would say that he scored really well in a lot of great things. And something that would be worth noting in his evaluation is that he really does have the makings to be a great dog with great investment into him. So basically, you will get what you invest into this dog. And one of the things that I think really stands out about him is that he has this high confidence. He has high nerve strength resilience. He has high touch tolerance. Um, with that being said, his prey drive is high. That means that, having maybe little kids around, he might want to play, jump, chase them, and stuff like this. But something that could easily be deterred through some good training. And with his high motivation levels and high confidence, I think that that would be an easy fix. But other than that, I do think he could very well be a good fit for somebody who has children, young children even. And I think he would also be really great in a home of an elderly couple or a home of an empty nester. As far as the dog situation, he didn't have a strong desire to go chase after Fergie. And so, with that being said, he would be well in a home with another dog, but I don't think he needs to have a dog in his house. If he did have a dog in his house, a dog that's highly dominant might bully him. So, a dog that has an mellow energy level would be a really good match for him. Other than that, I think he could easily be a good match for just about anyone.